Yes, a New York school is actually partnering with a company that makes companion bots to put robots in the classroom, and we really do need to talk about it. I do love absurdity as much as the next person. I bring you guys man-made horror, the creepiest that science has to offer. And while this is actually happening, it's not quite as bad as you think. Actually, maybe it's worse. I don't know. The company is Realbotics. They traditionally make companions, so a friend that you can have in your home if maybe you need a little company and stuff. And no, they are not replacing teachers, they are just being used in STEM classrooms, which I think is very reasonable. Just because the company that makes them also does other stuff, that's no reason to think that this would be inappropriate. I think it's really cool that a classroom would have access to advanced robotics, especially for an underfunded classroom. And just because of what the company also makes, there's no reason to think that anything nefarious would be going on. However, there are other problems that I am concerned about, and that is the safety of robotics, especially around children. Even not including prompt injections and all the things that can happen to a robot in the real world, even in a lab, they're still not particularly safe for developers. This is not a technology that is at the point where it should be interacting with children who are also highly unpredictable. We have seen robots in the public kind of accidentally take unsafe actions with people in a crowd when they're being displayed, as well as kind of getting aggressive with researchers. This does not mean that they have the intent to be aggressive. It means that having an embodied AI is very different than having one on your screen. When an LLM operating from a sandbox breaks out to go mine crypto or, hack Hugging Face, these are not things that have huge consequences because they're not taking physical actions in this world. We are taking that technology, which is already fairly unstable, and putting it in contact with children. That in itself is what I am concerned about. So I do want to see what kind of capability this technology has, what kind of safeguard it has, and whether or not we have a way to immediately turn it off if it takes unsafe action. It's going to require extreme observation, especially when it is on and interacting with children, and it should never be left alone. The idea in itself, though, donating robots to underfunded classrooms, that is fantastic. Let's see more of that. I do want to say, though, it becomes extraordinarily difficult to sort real news and real happenings from things that are just not true or things that are incredibly overblown. This is why I provide multiple sources, different corroborating evidence, because you cannot trust one source. You actually can't trust one source ever. Even if it appears in a scientific paper, if there's only one person saying it and only one person who has evidence for this being correct, well, you're just going to need more support before you can say definitively, and very rarely can you ever say definitively for anything. I am so tired and so despondent with the state of many things, and I am trying my best to keep my chin up. But we really need literacy, and I really truly wish that it was not the case that inflammatory stories got more clicks and therefore they got shared more widely. But that is the world that we live in, and I am doing my best. I will keep you up to date, and I am really trying. I hope you've enjoyed this. Follow for more.